Next comes the velocity time graph. Now, the change in velocity of the body with time can be represented on the velocity time graph. Here, velocity is taken on the y-axis and time is taken on the x-axis. So, let us first of all study about the uniform velocity. So, if an object is moving with the uniform velocity, here you can see a straight line is there which is joining point A to B. That is, an object is moving from point A to point B with a uniform velocity of 20 km per hour. You can very well see this in this graph. So what is happening? Why is there is a straight line? Because the velocity is not changing. It is uniform. The velocity remains same when an object moves from point A to point B. Now, in order to find out that how much distance is covered by this object while traveling from point A to point B, we have to interpret this graph. Let us see how. So, we know that V is equal to S by T. And by this equation, we can very well find out that S is equal to V into T. Velocity is given over here, that is 20 kilometers per hour. And this 20 kilometer per hour in this graph can be represented by the distance AC, or it can be represented by this distance BD. Now the time taken to cover this distance, that is to move from point A to point B, comes out to be T2 minus T1. And this distance is represented by DC in this graph. Okay. So what we can do over here, we can substitute these values in the equation S is equal to V into T, and we will find out that S is nothing but AC multiplied by CD, AC multiplied by CD, and this comes out to be the area of the rectangle ABCD. Okay. So, in case of the uniform velocity, when the graph is plotted between velocity and time, if we want to find out the distance traveled by the object on moving from point A to point B, it is nothing but the area which is covered by the rectangle A, B, D and C. Okay.